Something that I've been really interested in giving a go for a while now is drawing on black paper. I think it'll be a really fun challenge and allow me to work in a way that I'm not used to working in. More specifically, I want to try drawing on black paper just using one colour, white. Hey everybody, my name is Kirsty and my aim is to help you improve your art so that you have the skills and confidence to pursue a career doing what you love. Over the years, I have seen people do loads of great drawings where they're just using a white pencil on black paper. And I thought that this would be really fun to try out because it's the complete opposite to how your brain is used to working. You're used to working on white paper with a dark pencil and building up layers going gradually darker and darker. Whereas in this case, you're starting with your darkest value and you're using a white pencil to go lighter and lighter. So I'm super interested to see how my brain processes this and whether it will feel natural to me or whether it will be a real struggle. So without further ado, let's get into it. The great thing about this challenge is that I'm not going to be using many different supplies at all. I'm just going to be using paper and a couple of pencils. So the black paper that I got was this pad from Faber-Castell and it was their black mixed media pad, and this was fairly affordable off Amazon. I will leave a link to the materials that I'm using in the description below, and it came with some really nice thick paper, and I was really happy that it was nice and dark black because sometimes you can get black paper but really it's just a grey tone. And then for the pencils, I'm just going to be using two different colour pencils and then a white gel pen for the really bright highlights. I'm going to be using the Faber-Castell White Polychromos pencil and my Caran d'Ache Luminance white pencil. And I'm using two different white colour pencils because the Caran d'Ache is a little more opaque, so I can get some brighter white highlights when I do the drawing. And for blending, I'm just going to be using a blending stump. Before I went in and dived into a full study, I just wanted to test out the pencils and see how I could get a nice range of values on the black paper. Because obviously we're starting with the darkest tone, the paper is the darkest colour, and then we've got to try and create all of the other range of values just using the white pencil. So I just went in with these different white colour pencils and I tried varying my pressure to get some lighter, darker values, and then I applied a bit more pressure to get the really bright highlights. I also wanted to test out the white gel pen to see just how much brighter the white gel pen was compared to the coloured pencils, and it did give some really nice sparkly highlights, which I think will be really good for the whiskers because I'm going to be doing a cat study. So I'm using the Sakura gel pen, that is the Jelly Roll gel pen. I really like that white gel pen, and you can see just from the writing how much brighter the gel pen is compared to the other coloured pencils. So now let's get into the demonstration. Here you can see the final results, and I'm just going to be talking through my process and my opinions with this challenge. The first challenge that I faced was creating the sketch. So normally it's really easy to create a sketch on white paper, but on black paper it's a little more tricky because you can't trace, and when you want to go in and do a freehand sketch, you don't want to make too many mistakes because it's hard to erase on black paper with an eraser because it leaves like a white sort of mark. So you have to get it right first time. So what I did instead was I did my sketch outline on a white sheet of paper, just some cheap print paper, and then I got my white pastel, I got my pan pastel, I rubbed my sponge into that pan, and I actually went on the back of that white sketch that I did, and I just rubbed this sponge all over the back of the paper just to create like a layer all over where that cat was. And you don't need to use too much pastel, and the reason why I used pastel for this is because it will easily transfer when I sort of trace over these lines, as you can see me doing now. So then I laid my paper over the top of the black pad, and I just went in with my HB pencil and went over those lines, and it created a really nice clean sketch outline on the black paper. So really easy to do, and you don't have to worry about making mistakes on the black paper and erasing. It's just really quick and easy, and it's just less frustrating. Now into the drawing demonstration, and I'm going to start off with mainly my Faber-Castell Polychromos, and then I'll just go in with the couple of other pencils, the pencil and gel pen, to create a few extra highlights. And I started off with the eye in this piece, and it was a real challenge doing this study because it was just so different from what I'm used to. It was really strange having to miss out the pupil and actually go in first and fill in the highlighted areas, because I'm used to preserving highlights and filling in the pupil and the darkest areas first. But the way that I decided to go about this, and the technique that I found really worked and gave a really nice result, is building it up in layers by increasing the pressure of the pencil with each layer. So I started off really lightly with my pencil, which gave a really nice dark value because I'm being really light-handed with my white pencil, so only a bit of the pigment is going onto the paper. So especially when I'm doing the fur, you can see that with each new area that I approach, I start off really light-handed with that white pencil, and I start to sketch in the lines and the direction the fur is going in. And then once I've sort of added a really light base colour to the area and got in those fur marks, I will go over the area again, but this time with a bit more pressure, and therefore that creates a lighter look, lighter fur and more highlights, which gives a layered effect to the fur and starts to make it look more realistic. Now, one thing I needed to really push myself to do and really focus on is not filling in every area with the white pencil. Because when you're working on white paper, you're used to pretty much having to go in and add some sort of shading to each area. There's very few areas that are really bright white. There may be a couple, but you're much more likely to have to go in and do lots of shading on white paper. Whereas with the black, if you really want to make the dark shadow stand out and keep a lot of contrast in your drawing, then you do need to preserve a lot of these dark shadows, especially because the paper, even though it is quite dark, and I was really happy with how dark it was, it still isn't jet black. It's more of a really dark grey, especially if the light is hitting it. If you're showing your drawing in daylight outside or something like that, then it's really just a dark grey. So if you want a lot of contrast in your drawing, for example, if you want the pupils to look really dark, then it is important that you don't go in and cover every area of the black paper with the white pencil. You really want to try and utilize the color and tone of the paper to your advantage to make your drawing look really great. And I found that actually leaving out areas and the fact that you didn't have to cover each area with the pencil actually really sped up the process. I was expecting this drawing to take hours and hours, maybe 10 hours, a really long process, whereas this only took me 2 hours, maybe even a bit less than that, which with colored pencil is really fast compared to what drawings normally take. And of course, that's partly due to the fact that I only am working in one pencil, so I don't have to worry about switching between loads of different colors. But I enjoyed doing this study a lot more than I thought I would, and I'm actually really proud of the overall result. I also liked how well the blending stump actually blended out this colored pencil. Normally I don't use blending stumps to blend colored pencils, normally it's not that effective, but it just did a nice job at smoothing out any graininess and just meshing all of the layers for the fur together to give a really realistic result. You can see that I'm switching between my Polychromos pencil and the Caran d'Ache for the final layers of the fur on each area, just to get certain areas of the fur to stand out and pop even more by being really bright. For example, around the eyes, that fur there, or there's some highlights on the ears. When I want some really bright highlights, I switch over to that Caran d'Ache luminance. And particularly with the neck, you can see that I've left a lot of areas for the neck black. I haven't added too much detail to the neck, especially because it was a blurry part of the photo. So I really enjoyed the challenge that this medium created for me, and I definitely want to do a lot more drawings in this style with these materials in the future. And I'd love to know if you want to see more videos where I go through more of like tutorials on how to work on black paper and stuff like that, because really this drawing was just testing it out, and I didn't really have necessarily a strategy for how to approach this drawing. I was just sort of trying things out and seeing what results I got. But this is one of the most striking drawings I think I've created, just because of the simplicity and how bold it is, having the black paper and just the white pencil. I love it. Let me know what you think of the final result, and let me know if you've tried out this sort of style yourself, whether you've tried out drawing on black paper with white pencil or any other pencils. I'd love to know what you like using black paper for. Let me know in the comment section below. But here you can see the final result from today's challenge of working on black paper. If you enjoyed this type of video where I'm trying out art supplies for the first time, then the next video that I recommend you to check out is where I tried out pan pastel for the first time, and I experimented with how you can use it with colored pencils to create a really realistic eye study. Check the video out and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everybody.